welcome to a little Likac special. This is a this or that video where I'm asking you to help me choose between two projects for me to cast on later in the year. So it is November 2024. I am trying to be organised and work out projects that I would like to get started over Christmas and New Year as part of the 12 Cast-Ons of Christmas, which is a make-along hosted by another podcaster, the lovely Ange from Yarn and Yarn. So please check her out because this all comes from her originally. So yes, I am trying to choose 12 projects to cast on, starting on the 24th of December, going over the 12 days of Christmas through till the 6th of January, which is about when I'll go back to work. So this works out really well for me because I'm usually off for a couple of weeks over Christmas, so I can cast on all of these projects. I did it last year, absolutely loved it. I have put together a playlist for the 12 Cast-Ons of Christmas that I did last year, spanning Christmas 2023 into New Year 2024. So the problem I have is when I started to make a list of the things that I thought I was going to cast on, I had well over 12. I had about 20. So some of them I am trying, maybe some of them that have some similarities, I'm going to ask you guys to decide. I've already done one video for the fingerless mitt kits that I have got. There were 2 different kits that I've got and people have been voting on the comments, so thank you very much. If you have already voted, that's awesome. I'm not going to tell you what the winner is, and I'm not even going to choose or count up the votes until it gets closer to the 12 Cast-Ons, and then I will probably turn off the comments at some point and count through, and then you will get to see which one of those wins. Today we are looking at 2 sweaters, and I really want both of these sweaters, really want them, and so one of them is going to get cast on over the 12 days of Christmas. They are both Colourwork sweaters. One is a lot more Colourwork than the other, so I can show you the patterns and I can show you the yarns that I have picked out because I've actually got all of that together, which makes a change because usually I have yarns stashed all over the house, the property. So currently I am filming in a little office, and it is very small, which is at the bottom of our garden. There is yarn in here. We have a garage. I have tubs of yarn in the garage. We have a house. In the house there is a cupboard which has yarn in, and then I've got one of those Calax units which also has yarn in. So trying to actually find the yarn, which is why I'm trying to get organised so that I can make sure, once I've decided which projects I'm casting on over those 12 days, I can make sure I've got the needles, project bags, yarns, patterns all sorted so we can just go for it over Christmas and New Year. Okay, so what have I got to choose? What have I got for you to choose from this time? So the first one is a Rowan pattern, and this is such a beautiful pattern. I bought this pattern book because of this pattern. It's actually on the front cover. So the pattern book is just a Rowan felted tweed by Lisa Richardson. And I had seen this popping up, I think, probably on adverts and really liked the look of it. And then I saw this actual pattern book in one of my local yarn stores, one that I talk about often, Nibbles, Needles and Hooks, which is in Lower Pilsley near Chesterfield. So I absolutely adore this. And I already, as soon as I saw it, I thought, I've got some yarn that could work for that, and I'll talk about the yarn in a minute. So if you want to see another picture, look at that. Now it is partly the colours that interest me, and the colours that I've got are different from this, but it just looks so relaxed and comfortable, doesn't it? And here another picture. I am sure if I knit this sweater, I am going to look as glamorous and thoughtful when I pose in it. It is knitted flat, so it's a lot of Fair Isle that is going to be knitted back and forth, which means you've got a purl in Fair Isle as well. I don't mind doing that, that's not a problem. I will have to swatch carefully, but to be fair, both of these garments I'm going to have to swatch. Let's just have a little look at what the pattern calls for, and then I'll tell you what I've got. So, oh, I thought I'd got the page number. All right, so this actual sweater is called Bessie. So if you're going to vote for this one, you have to vote for Bessie. And it does get 3 out of 4 on a difficulty level, I think. That's all right. It's Colourwork. It's Fair Isle. That's what makes it tricky. But I've done Colourwork and Fair Isle. It doesn't frighten me. I'm just going to have to concentrate. And it looks to me like there's never more than 2 colours at a time. Because it does get a bit of a nightmare when you've got 3 or 4 colours on the same row. It is charted. The charts look a little bit small. I would probably photocopy and enlarge them so that I can, or actually take a picture. That's probably what I'll do, is take a picture of the chart, convert it into a PDF and pop it on Knit Companion so I can highlight it as I go. So the yarn that they say you should use is the Rowan Felted Tweed, and it's knitted with 3 1/4 and 3 3/4 mil needles. So the tension is 26 stitches to 10 centimetres. So that is kind of like a 4-ply, isn't it? Now the yarn I have got for this project, because if it doesn't get cast on over Christmas, it is still a project that I would like to do. The yarn I have got for this project is not Rowan Felted Tweed. Instead, it is a sheepies. I know that's not how it's really pronounced, but us Brits are a bit rubbish at pronouncing sheepies. Skipiers, I think, is the correct pronunciation. So the yarn I've got is Skipiers Terrazzo, which I have been told is a basically what's the word I want? An alternative for Rowan Felted Tweed, and it's about half the price. And I bought a whole load of this about 2 years ago in a yarn shop in Chard. So if you know the lovely Mandy from Mouse's Makes podcast, I met with her 2 years ago and we went to a lovely yarn shop in Chard, and I believe I bought some of this in that, I bought some of this in that shop on that day, because I planned to do a Colourwork scarf with it. Then I went to Yarndale and bought a few more balls of it as well, because I was then thinking I was going to make a really long scarf rather than just a cowl. I was going to do like a tubular scarf and make it much longer. But now I'm thinking I'm going to use it for this Rowan sweater Bessie. So I've got quite a few different colours, so bear with me because I'm not sure exactly how many I've got of each colour. Okay, but we have this one which is 735 Fontana. The lighting's not great in here because it is pitch black out there because I'm filming this at 6:30 in the evening. We have Kiano 755. At this point you're thinking, Amanda, where's the purple? We also have this pink, which is Lampone 721. Look at that. Don't worry, there will be purple coming out. If you're new to the podcast, purple is my favourite colour. It's very unusual for me to be knitting something for myself that doesn't involve purple. And here we go, here's the first of the purples. This one is colourway 727 Cardo. So now we've got these. I told you there's a lot of colours. Then we have this sort of pinky lilac colour, 725 Aguila. I can't hold them all up together. Got so many. There is a darker purple in here somewhere, I'm sure. Oh, another pink, a different pink again. This one is 724. Then we have a bluey purple, which is 728. Then we have more of a dark pink. There we go, that's better. That is colourway Sangria 720. Is this a different purple? No, that's the same. So we've got 2 of the Cardo. Okay, 727, and they are the same dye lot. That is a different one, a pale, even paler pink. That is 712. That's another ball of the darker purple. What have we already got? Oh, and then we've also got a blue, like kind of like a royal blue. Hang on a minute, let's see if we can get. Okay, and that is colourway 731. So there is a big selection of colours here, guys. I guess because I have got 2 balls of that and 2 balls of that. Some of that will get used for, will probably get used for the neckline and ribs, cuffs, things like that. Okay, so it's all falling everywhere. That is choice number 1, the Bessie Colourwork sweater, all right, by Rowan. So if you like that one, but wait till you see the other one. Don't make your choice yet, guys. Okay, but I mean, there's a lot of colours in that. It'll be good fun. I'm not sure how many colours are in the original Rowan pattern, but I'll make it work. I'll make it work. So yeah, so let's just have a quick check, see if I can see anything on here. Yeah, so this is 27 stitches to 10 centimetres. It says DK weight actually, but it says 27 stitches. And the other one said 26, didn't it? So, and this is made from 70% recycled wool and 30% recycled viscose. So I like the fact as well that it's using recycled products. Okay, so that is option number 1. Option number 2 is a little bit more sedate and a little bit more classy, I guess. I mean, not that the Rowan one's not classy, but you'll see what I mean. I don't have a printed pattern for this one. This one is called Run, and I'll put it up here. And it is by Unwind Knitwear. And I think I definitely have a few of her patterns in my favourites, but I have actually purchased this pattern. So I've definitely got this pattern available in my library for me to download. Now, if I do that, okay, this is going to be my contrast yarn, which is a Crazy Zauber ball by, is it Shoppel? Something like that. And I got this in a bargain bucket when we were on holiday quite a few years ago in a local yarn shop. And I really can't remember, honestly cannot remember where we were on holiday. It might have been when we'd gone away for a weekend in a cottage somewhere, and I found a little yarn store and this was in, and it was a bit tatty, it like it half come unwound, so I had to rewind it. And what I like about this is that it has long colour changes. So the colour work on this is going to look like it's using different colours just simply by using the different long colour changes on this. So this one is, the colourway on this is 2254, and you can see here, so we have got purples here, okay, but it's kind of a bluey purple when we look at it. And I'm going to contrast that with this big cone of, I think this is King Cole Merino 4-ply that I bought on a cone many years ago, and it has been sat in my stash. It's a little bit smelly because yarn on a cone often can be, because it's a little bit, what they call, is it oiled? Okay. I would need to gauge swatch this. It is 4-ply. And I think I would also, I know that this is really old stash, bought this many years ago. I'm going to say probably 15 years ago. And I think for a while it wasn't stored very well, because I had a cone of this purple and I had a cone of pink, and the pink had been quite badly moth eaten and I just threw it. The purple, I think the moths may have got to it a little bit. So what I will have to do potentially is wind this off into smaller cakes, and just double check that I'm not going to get myself into, I think I wound off some already, and then I think I reached to a point where it seemed to stop breaking, so I'm hopeful now that any of the moth damage has been thrown out. So it is a dark purple. I've got no information on here as to colourway or anything like that. I don't think this bag, no, the bag that it's in is not the original, but it's King Cole 4-ply. Pretty sure it's King Cole 4-ply. Pretty sure it's 100% merino. So you can see, although this has got purple in it, it's a very different purple to this. So the contrast will be absolutely fine. Okay, so those are the choices, guys. All right, we're either going to go with Run. So that is the purple cone with the Zauber ball. We're going to go with Run, or we're going with Bessie, the very highly complicated multicoloured Colourwork in more of a well, it says DK, but it's still quite a tight gauge. So which one do you want to see me cast on over the 12 days of Christmas, guys? Would you like Bessie, the Rowan one, or would you like Run, okay, the one that is by Unwind Knitwear? Let me know in the comments below. Look out for some more of these videos, because I will be filming a few more. There are some things, some projects that I'm sure that I'm definitely going to cast on, but there are others that I definitely need your help choose. All right, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Thank you. Bye.